The Cellcast is recorded in front of a live streaming audience.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Cellcast. Joining me today is a man who's feeling musical. Welcome, Jacob.
Why, thank you. Let me introduce our co-host, a man who's just trying to work for a living or try to find something that's going to make his heart happy. Welcome, Drew.
Tonight, we are... Neither one of us had a good rebuttal to the other.
Oh, believe me, that was the first thing popped in my head to be like, I'll use a Huey Lewis and the Huey Lewis and the
News.
News, thank you. That's what the band's called.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Tonight, we are reviewing not Huey Lewis and the News, but...
That'd be a weird anime.
That would
animation.
That would be weird. But we are reviewing Fantasia 2000. Mm-hmm. The sequel, 60 years later, that also reuses an entire segment to Fantasia.
For good reason.
Well, we'll get to that. So, I would like to say... I was not looking forward to this one for whatever reason.
Really?
I don't know why. I think it's because I saw the first one and it was so good. I enjoyed it so much.
That's fair.
It's like there's no way this other one will live up to it. And I remembered the commercials. Was like, I'm not sure. And I was so pleasantly surprised, but we'll get into that.
Okay.
But speaking of which, why don't we get into the spoiler-free thoughts on this?
Yeah.
Certified fresh and spoiler-free.
This is my first time to watch this film.
Okay.
Well, with the exception, of course, of The Sorcerer's Apprentice, which we watched with the last Fantasia and all the other stuff. Mm-hmm. I remember when I first heard of the concept of Fantasia, even before we saw the original one.
Oh, yeah.
I thought there's no way this would be enjoyable. And I remember my dad not liking it. And he just said it bored him. I think he just got bored with that first section because in both of these films it starts off with abstract animation,
abstract art. Yeah.
So and I know that doesn't fit his not standards, his way of thinking. But besides the point, I didn't know if I was going to enjoy the original until I sat down and watched it one night.
That's fair.
But long before we did the podcast, I thought, this is a fun film. It's different, but it's basically it's a series of shorts.
Yes.
That happen to be set to music.
Classical music.
Yeah. Well, the original was classical music. This one does have classical music in it also, but it's also got jazz.
It's got jazz, which I really enjoyed.
Right.
It's got like a blend of like classic with more modern classics.
Right. And
one of the songs threw me. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. That was the same the same piece they played at my graduation in 2002.
It's the same thing they played at everybody's graduation.
Yeah.
For years.
Oh, agreed. In
fact, when I first heard they were doing that Pomp and Circumstance, I thought, that song you're going to put in a Donald Duck cartoon too? And he's not graduating from anything?
No! Oh my gosh, you're not kidding.
Wait till we get to the trivia about that, because, Eisner has ideas.
Yeah. So,
and that is the thing. This movie took 9 years for them to make.
Yes.
So...
And just heads up, be like, it didn't do well.
Not Katzenberg. Yeah, Katzenberg.
No, Katzenberg wasn't even on this.
Jeffrey Katzenberg actually was involved in the early stages of this.
Oh, early stages. Okay, that makes sense.
It was...
Because he left about...
He didn't like the idea.
Okay.
So it was made without his knowledge.
That's not a good idea.
Not when he's the head of production at the time.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, Eisner did like it.
Yeah, the other Disney, it's like, because this was part of his idea to do that.
Yeah.
And you're going against what the guy in charge of the department's doing?
So
not a good idea. I know those guys did not like each other.
Right. But much like the original Fantasia, this is a series of about 6, I think, or 7, 6 to 7 songs that are set to, animation is set to. Some of them make sense when you compare the names of what the songs are based on and compare it to the animation. Some of them, it's like, the ocean is not Rome? What does this have to do with the song? I'm so confused. And they even say, it has nothing to do with Rome. So it's like, okay, we'll get to that in a minute.
Right.
But I will tell you that much of the general issues I may have with the original, especially with it being virtually no dialogue, with the exception of the host segments, are still some same issues. I'm not going to touch on that in our actual thoughts, but because it's the same, but that's how the formula is set up, so you can't really change it at this point. But I will say I did enjoy it. I don't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the first one. First one just has a little bit more magic to it, for lack of a better term. I don't know. I don't know if I can explain exactly why.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It feels like, well, I know the original one, with the exception of the Sorcerer's Apprentice, all of the shorts were made for that. There is evidence that a lot of the shorts made that were in this were actually made to be shorts, and then they folded it into this. But it's still good. It's still interesting to watch. I don't know if I'm going to sit down and rewatch this one particularly again. I may watch a couple of the segments, but a couple of the segments I was like, that's interesting, but not that interesting. But what are your thoughts?
Okay, so my background on this movie. So my baby brother, Daniel, who you will probably never find on social media because this guy doesn't like social media.
He probably hates that you just mentioned his name.
I don't think he would care if I mentioned his name on a podcast. I'll probably tell him someday, like, oh, I mentioned you on a podcast. Like, okay. But, so at that time, he was he wasn't even in high school yet. He was in middle school at this point. And he was getting into classical music and everything. He's always been a music guy. Always been. Yeah. And so I remember my mom would always buy us the, back in the day when you had, VHS clams for Disney.
The white clamshells.
The white clamshells. Oh my gosh. I found one of those of Lilo and Stitch, and I was so tempted to buy it, but I knew my wife would kill me if I did. So I didn't. So anyways, because I remember Daniel wanted this one because it was like, it's classical music. And Jacob likes animation. Be like perfect score. And again, when I was younger, I didn't have appreciation for classical music because I watched the first Fantasia. It bored me to death. I was like, oh, okay, animation wise, it's cool. The music's giving me a headache. But I think I had a more appreciation of watching this when I was like, what would that have been? I would have been
2000 is officially
16.
The release date.
Yeah, so 16.
Yeah.
16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. Or
I was 14.
14, that would make me 16.
I would have been 15 at the end of 2000, so I would have been 14.
Yeah, so I would have been like 16, 17 years old. Maybe 16.
I was just finishing up junior high.
Yeah. I was enjoying the freedom of the open road with a car. That was fun. But
that's a different movie.
It's a different movie. We reviewed
Goofy Movie.
Yeah, we also reviewed Cars.
Yeah. No, we've not reviewed Cars yet.
I thought we had.
No,
okay.
Pixar is actually one of the ones where it's like every time we mention a movie, it's like, no, we haven't reviewed that. Why haven't we reviewed that? I thought we reviewed that. Yeah. We still haven't even done Finding Nemo yet.
No, we haven't.
It's been on the list and then fallen back off a couple of times.
That is true.
But
yeah, so I remember Daniel wanting to watch this. And so I sat down and watched a little bit of it and like, okay, the animation's cool. The music was more like, I don't really care. But I think as I've gotten older, again, this was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
26 years old.
Your appreciation of the artistry of the music has
exactly grown. Yeah, and my appreciation for the art has become more and more grandiose. So watching this was a real delight. I'm still not the biggest fan of the classics of the classic music. I'm not hating on the classics at all.
Right.
It's just it's not my cup of tea.
With like one or two songs, I couldn't tell you the name of most of the classical pieces.
Fair.
And so I couldn't really tell you. Much like you, I'm not the kind of I am not the kind of person to go to a symphony to hear some to hear like symphony music.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Classical music.
But
I'm not against the idea now, but it's not. But we live. Well, we live very, very close to a symphony in Tyler.
True.
But I mean, it's not exactly something either one of us. Mm-hmm. It's not the kind of thing we would set time aside for. If there was a group going, sure. But
like we did
back in December, even though that really wasn't that was more of a Christmas classics show, not necessarily classical music.
Yeah,
there was some classical music in there, but
yeah, I'm literally going to take my wife to it because she missed it because the day of she was sick. So we were going to have to make a special trip to go watch that at some point when it's coming back in
December.
Yeah, not the Taylor Swift song.
Just shake it off.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
let me chew my banana.
The minions aren't here.
No, there's a story. It'd be like you have stories in your life, and it'd be like you love to share them, but there's certain stories you can't share online.
I get that.
Because then people get really offended if you say something. And again, it's not offensive at all. It's just more like a friend of mine, whatever.
Yeah.
But either or.
It's just you say banana, I hear the minions going ba 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 na na ba 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 na na banana banana na banana. Okay, moving on.
Yes. Dum. Yeah, be like watching this time because actually I watched it on my phone at work. Again, I was sitting in a booth.
Yeah.
Be like, we're allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sitting behind a check stand and watching because that's a big no-no.
I would say that might not be the best place to watch a movie, a thing like this.
No, it wasn't.
Granted, you're looking at a small screen, maybe 4 inches wide.
Yeah.
And this is something that was designed to be on IMAX.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Because that would have been gorgeous on IMAX. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, there's some of this I'm watching going, I wouldn't want to see that on IMAX. But
no, hold on. I think it was...
mostly in the host segments.
Because I think Daniel wanted to go see it in theaters because I think we saw it in theaters. Because Because I was like, wow, this is amazing to watch, but the music's boring as all out. To me, again, that's my preference music. Right. But I did enjoy this viewing of it. I do have a better appreciation for music. Kind of like, watching black and white movies or black and white television.
As we get older, we get more educated.
Yes. And everybody loves to give me crap because I didn't watch this when I was growing up, or I didn't watch the Andy Griffith Show.
It's just because it's so easy.
Oh, I know. I know.
And the idea of you having not seen that when we all did at that age is odd.
Yeah. But either or. So I did enjoy it. There were a little bit here and there. Where it was like, oh, okay, this is where what kind of storytelling they're doing. And overall, I love the animation. Be like, if we're going to the blues one to the finale, which kind of reminiscent to what was the last segment from Fantasia? It's got that very similar vibe to
from the original one.
Yeah, on Bald Mountain.
Night on Bald Mountain with Ave Maria.
Yeah, very similar art, like very aesthetic with the volcano, which apparently that...
You mean Mount St. Helens?
Mount St. Helen, yeah. That's what it's based off of, Mount St. Helen.
I'm watching that. Oh, we'll get to this when we get to it. But I'm watching this and going... And it does that last pan out of the nature spirit flying past the mountain and going, that's Mount St. Helens!
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that because I've seen so many pictures of this was the worst day in that area when Mount St. Helens blew. It's like, I'm sure it was.
I bet.
I have no doubt. I just was not expecting to see it in this film. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're already starting to spoil stuff.
No, but it's like, yeah, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Definitely the aesthetic of it. I enjoyed that. The storytelling, there was like, okay, you're bringing back like a bunch of these actors who are now sadly departed.
We'll get to the host segments.
We'll get that, and
I may have an opinion.
That was one of them. It's more like, I get why they brought this actor in, but it's just like, why, Martin?
It's probably we're probably thinking of the same person because I'm with that going. But he is an accomplished musician.
He is,
just not with that instrument.
Exactly. What is it? It'd be like he's
banjo.
That's
he's
right.
He's a banjo player. I'm going. I would love to hear Foggy Mountain Breakdown in this. Or something bluegrassy, because that's part of our culture too.
Fair.
But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the spoiler-filled section of this.
Exactly.
The following is a spoiler-filled review for the film Fantasia 2000. Listener discretion is advised. I mean, there's not a whole lot to spoil, but...
No. It's a 26-year-old film.
And it's not one single plot. It's 7 different stories. But anyway, Fantasia 2000 was written and directed by Eric Goldberg, Paul and Gaten Brizzi, and Don Hahn. It was also directed by James Algar, Hindle Butoy, Francis Glebus, and Pehote Hunt. And it was also written by James Fuji, Joe Grant, Pierce, Carl Fahlberg, David Reynolds, Irene Mitchie, Brenda Chapman, Alina Driscoll, and Mel Shaw. So just to be transparent and kind of show you how the podcast sausage is made, I was originally...
Podcast sausage?
I can't think of a better term. How the magic is made.
Okay.
When we were originally talking about this one, we were going to do it like we did the original Fantasia.
Yeah.
Where we reviewed each of the segments individually.
Oh my gosh.
And apparently that was a long episode.
That was a long episode. Go listen to it.
And Jacob texted me this when I was at lunch today and says, actually, we need to go back and do this like the normal way because we'll be there all night. And it's like, okay, sure. And the reason I'm saying it that way is because like I've already written up all my notes assuming that we're going to be doing this one way. I think I can reorganize it without having to rewrite it. No, that was not the case.
No.
So a lot of this is kind of... Some of this I was able to copy paste. Some of this is not. And it's no longer organized.
True.
So, yeah, all these written and directed I just did, that's for all the individual pieces and the host segments. They're not all one... It's not like they all worked on the whole thing. I should also point out, all the music in this was composed by Ludwig van Beethoven, Ottorino Respighi, George Gershwin, Dmitri Shostakovich, Camille Saint-Saëns, Paul Dukas, Sir Edward Elgar, and Igor Stravinsky. And any names I mispronounced there, but probably because they're Russian, because I know one of the Russian ones I messed up. I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah, so just lets you be like, if you've gone back and listened to our original Fantasia, be like, that's 14 likes and dislikes.
Yeah, and
that was me like, it was ambitious, believe me. Believe me. But
7 likes and 7 dislikes, 14 total.
14 total.
Well, between both of us.
Yes.
Yeah. We could do that again, but and as much as I hate to have to redo all my notes, I do agree that this probably is the better way to do this, unless we were going to split this movie into 2 different episodes.
Yeah, because that would be literally the only thing you could do.
Right.
Because it would literally, we would be here for like 3.5 hours just on the movie itself. And then have to move over to...
And I'm going to warn you, with all my notes and such, we are going to be here a little bit, just trying to go through everything.
Yeah.
So... Cast, because we do have a cast.
Yeah,
most of them are guest hosts.
If we could speed them up in the edit, it'd be better.
Trust me, you'll notice I am not saying what the rest of these people were in.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing that this time because there's too many names.
That is true.
So we got Steve Martin as the intro host. Itzhak Perman as the Pines of Rome host, the host that introduces the Pines of Rome segment, I should say. Quincy Jones introducing the Rhapsody in Blue segment. Bette Midler introducing the Piano Concerto No. 2 segment. James Earl Jones doing the Carnival of the Animals intro.
I am your father.
Penn and Teller doing the Sorcerer's Apprentice intro. Dennis Quaid introducing Pomp and Circumstance.
Wait, hold on. Dennis Quaid did that?
Dennis Quaid did that.
I didn't even see him in there. I was like, what?
It's kind of, it keeps getting interrupted by the background.
Oh, that's right.
Angela Lansbury introducing the Firebird segment. James Levine was the conductor. Wayne Allwine played Mickey Mouse. Tony Anselmo did Donald Duck. And for one line, Rusty Taylor did Daisy Duck. One line.
And then, of course, you go back to the original when this first was
Yes, and you do technically have the silhouette of, what is his name? I forgot to write it down. Hang on.
I was going to say Walt Disney himself voicing Mickey.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that because that's interesting. But Leopold Stokowski does, his silhouette is in there from the original.
Oh, okay.
When Mickey does the little handshake thing. But we'll get to that when we get to the trivia. There's a reason I didn't mention Walt Disney in this cast list.
Oh.
Because he's not in this cast list.
But
we'll get there.
Okay.
We will get there.
That's kind of frightening in a way.
Kingdom Hearts connections.
Oh, I don't know. Ever since Mickey Mouse is in it.
Just make a guess. Give me a number.
5.
I'll give you a hint. It's above 3.
Oh, it's above 3. Okay,
I'll give you it's at least above 3.
6.
Any guesses in the chat?
And again, be like, I have not looked at his notes.
That's good because I got it blacked out here where you can't
exactly.
see it.
Because I'm not looking that direction. Because I don't want to be. I want to get more authentic.
Right.
Instead of like, oh yeah, I saw your notes. Be like, I'm gonna bluff my way through it.
There's one you're not going to guess.
Oh, okay.
Because he's not.
Is Frank Welker in it?
No, Frank Welker is not in this. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to do it. Let me. Bloop, bloop, bloop. 6.
Oh my gosh, I was right.
Yes. Angela Lansbury, one of the hosts, is of course Mrs. Potts.
Mrs. Potts. Okay.
James Earl Jones, who was the host. His archive audio from The Lion King is heard in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
So that counts.
Mufasa.
Of course, Rusty Taylor as Minnie in both. Wayne Allwine as Mickey in both.
Oh, okay.
Tony Anselmo as Donald in both. And the one you would not see coming from a mile away was Chris Sanders.
Chris Sanders?
The voice of Stitch.
Oh!
But Stitch is not in this because this is before Stitch.
That's true. It's 2 years before that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He came up with the original concept for the Pines of Rome segment.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah.
That is interesting. Oh, okay. Now I'm curious, like when you were talking about like factoids and everything, it was like Walt Disney?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
When we get to the trivia.
Okay,
It's
Mickey.
info and stuff.
Okay. Ay.
Walt Disney Company has not hired me anytime soon to be the voice of Mickey Mouse. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. And definitely not for my Donald Duck.
Oh my word. Oh boy. This is going to be fun. All right. So info and stuff. It sounds like it's from the South.
I think that's how we said it originally, was info and stuff.
Stuff.
Back in the day.
No, I'm putting more emphasis on stuff.
Stuff.
Oh, stuff it.
Anyway.
Tar Nations.
What in Tar Nation?
Yeah. No, give it Tar Nations. Anyways, now I'm getting stuck on
info and stuff.
No, Robin Hood. That's where I'm getting stuck at. Anyways, info and stuff. IMDb is a 7.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes is an 80 reviewer score.
Audience score?
No.
Critic score?
Critic score. Thank you. Critic score is 80, and the audience score is 75, so it's fairly even. You're able to watch it on Disney Plus. You're subscribed to Disney Plus. Physical media, literally, I just took a snapshot of the on Amazon, which is you can buy Disney's The Best of Mickey, Fantasia 2000, Celebrating Mickey, Blu-ray DVD, digital copy for $24.95, or you can buy the just Fantasia 2000 on Blu-ray for $19.99, which I think personally that's more money for your buck because you're getting 3 of them. Production, obviously, Walt Disney Pictures and Walt Disney Feature Animation. Mm-hmm. Distribution was Bona. I'm going to get this wrong. Buena. Thank you. Buena. It's Spanish. Buena Vista Video Distribution. Let's see. Runtime was 74 minutes. It was rated G. Its release date at Carnegie Hall, New York City, was December 14th, 1999. It was released on IMAX on January 1st of 2000, when everybody thought the world was going to end due to Y2K. Brilliant day to launch your movie on IMAX.
Well, it all turned out to be okay.
That is true. It's not the end of the world, and I feel fine. To quote the Beatles.
I don't think that's the Beatles.
I thought it was the Beatles. Please look that up.
I'm looking it up now.
I don't want to look like an idiot. Which sometimes I do look like an idiot sometimes, but I'm kind of used to it at this point.
REM.
Okay, REM. I'm sorry, it was REM. I always think it's the Beatles for some reason, but so it's REM.
I mean, it doesn't sound like the Beatles, but sure.
Anyways, all right, REM. Hey, you learn something new every day, even on a podcast. Let's see. It was released on standard version on June 16th of 2000. So almost an entire half a year later, it was released on standard in the entire United States. Because there again, IMAX in the year 2000 was kind of a treat to go to. It wasn't be like in every theater to go get IMAX. Because I remember going to an IMAX theater in, I think, like 2002. And it's like, that blows your freaking mind. Now they have 4D and be like, that would be a treat to go actually watch it on 4D. Or anything on 4D. Minus if it has strobing. Don't do strobing because I'll be like, I have a seizure and have a problem. All right, going to the box office.
Speaking of which, wasn't there a moment in this that might have gotten close to that?
Close.
I didn't mention it on the text like we normally do because I thought it was
the first segment.
Yeah.
And I loved it because it was only 2 colors. I was like, okay, that's cool.
It didn't look like one that actually affected your thing, but I can see it affecting some people.
Yeah, it's possible. It depends on the links between the light diffraction. Let's see. Box office. It had a budget of $80 million. Its opening weekend was 2,290 and a lot of change on January 2nd, 2000 in IMAX. Its U.S. and Canada gross was $60 plus million. Its international gross was $90-something thousand dollars, $1,000, or $90 million. So it didn't do well. And plus, I don't know how much they paid or did for advertising, because it's a lot different than it is now. And I'm pretty sure it made some money eventually, because back in the day when you actually had video distribution, again, they need to bring it back. Let's just say that.
Physical media, please.
Physical media. Some of us like physical media.
Even if we have to rent it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, please bring back Blockbuster before we can go rent a movie.
Netflix, I will take your stores. If you were to do a Blockbuster and make your own physical stores so you could go and rent movies at.
Yeah. I would do that in a heartbeat. Just to be like, oh my gosh, it's my childhood, it's my teenage years going into a blockbuster or what have you and renting a movie.
Granted, can you imagine just because of the world we're in, you can either go do like we were doing back in the 2000s before when you still rented DVDs and Blu-rays from Netflix through the mail. You can do that, or instead you go on to DoorDash and rent the movie there for them to pick up and bring to your door because you're still too lazy to go down to the movie rental store.
Oh, I can see that now. I'm going to DoorDash it. It's like, you're going to DoorDash what?
You wanted to rent some horrible... I'm trying to think of a horrible movie that is... I'm not going to make anybody mad if I say it. Because my first thought was like, no, people like that movie. So that can't be it.
What movie were you thinking you had in mind?
A movie I didn't like, but I know you did.
What movie?
I'm not going there.
What movie?
Wicked.
Fair.
Because I just don't get it.
No one warns the wicked.
Either way.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of something that we would both agree. Oh, I know. You're going to rent Leo the Lion, but you're instead of going the cheap route and having Amazon deliver it to you via the U.S. Postal Service, you're going to pay $20 to get someone to go to the store, pick it up for you, and deliver it.
And here's the kicker. You get delivered from DoorDash. It's like, yay, here's my movie. Be like, because it's in the kind of a blockbuster kind of shell. You open up, it's Wicked.
Oh, DoorDash, I have a complaint. No, wait a minute. I think Wicked is better than Leo the Lion.
Oh, you're not kidding. Be like, oh, okay.
I don't dislike Wicked that much. It's just I'm not big into Wizard of Oz in general.
Oh, okay.
B, I heard I didn't get the movie.
Fair.
And I didn't understand the point of changing what they changed, but or at least half of what they changed. But that's all beside the point. I understand other people enjoy the film.
Yes.
Moving on. What's the rest of the info and stuff?
Okay.
We got off on a tangent.
No, of course not. Tangents. No.
Yeah, it's not like we want to get out of here.
It's not so. Be like, I will not go.
It's not like we don't want to get out of here in time to actually record a second episode that we've been trying to record for 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're not kidding. But Patreon exclusive, just limited. But yeah, we'll get there when we get there. I think our audience is
they know what we're talking about.
Yeah, they're patient enough to where it's like, oh yeah. Anyways, let's see. Home release. Fantasia 2000 was first released on VHS and DVD on November 14th, 2000. Again,
that's a very quick turnaround for this time.
Yes, it was. Very quick. Well, because that's supposed to be a year.
It's a year, yeah, and usually stuff took like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And granted, you come out in January in theaters. Mm-hmm. I could see you trying to aim for the Christmas release. And the VHS, the VHS recording is going to be the hardest one because they have to do that linearly. It's not like the DVD where they can just stamp it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. So on November 14th,
duplicated. That was the word I was looking for.
Duplicated.
Because VHSs had to be duplicated.
Oh, didn't know that.
That was the actual term.
Duplication.
Because literally it would be like just like when you did the recording the VHSs at home, but on much better equipment, obviously, than the at-home VCR. And a lot faster, but it still takes time.
Fair. Anywho's, with both featuring a specialized made introduction in which Roy Disney gave a history of key brought by various Disney production specialists, Steamboat Willie, Flowers and Trees, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Fantasia, The Great Mouse Detective, Beauty and the Beast, Toy Story 2, and Dinosaur.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, Dinosaur. Dinosaurs or dinosaurs?
What's dinosaur if we're talking about the Disney film that most people don't remember?
Yeah. Which, again, I think we need to put on there just because.
On the next Bad Movie Month. No, I'm kidding.
Bad Movie
Month. I don't know if it's bad or not.
No, I don't think it's bad.
I just know it's the first fully 3D animated film that Walt Disney Animation did.
All right, while it was available as a single disc DVD, a 3-disc set called Fantasia Anthology was also released. The DVD release on both films were also included a THX certified on this set. Mm-hmm. Again, THX at that point was huge.
No, it was how you certified all your stuff.
Yeah, everything got certified with THX.
So it's very common. You're sitting at home, just got home from Blockbuster or your movie rental place of choice.
Thank you, Lucas.
And it starts. You see the FBI warning.
Yeah,
that nobody ever reads.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, this blue square appears on your screen, and the audience is now deaf. To quote Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yes.
How I spent my vacation. Still the best joke in that whole thing.
Yes, agreed. On November 30th, 2010, the film was issued on DVD and Blu-ray in a single and 2-disc featured of Fantasia with and I cut that off, 4-disc DVD and Blu-ray combo pack. This Blu-ray transfer presented the film in 180p high definition video.
1080p.
That's what I meant to say. 1080p.
180p would look horrible.
Well, 1080p because they're good. Your dyslexia, you see things wrong.
Fair.
You read things wrong. With
I'm just here to help.
HCS HD Master Audio.
Is it DHS?
DTS.
DTS.
Yeah, DTS.
Admittedly, it's a standard I haven't heard of in a while.
Yeah, DTS HD Master Audio 7.1 surround sound. The film was withdrawn from release after it returned to the Walt Disney Vault on April 30th, 2011. The film, along with Fantasia, with the 1918. Really, Jacob?
That predates Disney.
Yes. 2018 collaboration celebrating Mickey, containing 13 Mickey Mouse shorts with Steamboat Willie to Get a Horse. Was reissued in 2001 as a part of the U.S. Disney Movie Club exclusive. Blah, 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 blah. The Best of Mickey Mouse Collection Blu-ray DVD digital. I actually do have that. Mm-hmm. Both films were both broadly released for the first time in 2021 on multiple U.S. purchasing stream platforms, including Movies Anywhere and its retailers, which I think Movies Anywhere has now been, kind of.
Yeah, the way Movies Anywhere worked is if you bought a digital version on one service, if it was a movie listed as part of the service, you would then get it on any of them that you were also in. So say I bought it on Amazon, I could also have it on Apple. And if you were in the service, which I was, I did have that set up.
Fair.
Those movies are, as long as the storefronts are still around, they're still in your library, even if you bought it somewhere else.
Yeah.
So there's still plenty of stuff that I bought on my Amazon library that's in my Apple library and in 2 or 3 other libraries.
Fair.
That I haven't accessed in years, but they're there.
All right, so that's all I have for info and stuff.
Getting into the summary.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Starting with first off, the movie is made up of 7 different shorts that have these host segments in between to introduce each of the individual segments. The first segment was Beethoven's Symphony Number 5. Dum 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 dum.
Bow wow.
Yeah. In this short, abstract patterns and shapes that resemble hundreds of colorful triangle-shaped butterflies explore a world of light and darkness while being pursued by a swarm of dark black pentagon and hexagon-shaped bats. The world is ultimately conquered by light and color.
Yeah. Really enjoy it.
Pines of Rome.
Yes.
This segment features a family of frolicking humpback whales that are able to fly due to a supernova. At one point, the whale calf is separated from his parents when he's trapped in an iceberg. later finding his way out with his mother's help. The final section, the Via Appia, gives the impression of a larger pod of adults in migration into space.
Yes.
Rhapsody in Blue. This is an episode of 1930s era New York City depicting the day in the lives of several people within the Depression era bustling metropolis, as scenes drawn in the style of Al Hirschfeld's famous cartoons of the era. Piano Concerto No. 2, Allegro, Opus 102. Yes, I'm giving the full names of these things.
Nice.
This is based on The Steadfast Tin Soldier by Hans Christian Andersen. In this one, the setting of this is actually appropriate because the concerto was written as a gift by Shostakovich to his musically gifted young son, and the percussive rhythms also suit a story about a soldier. However, the ending is a happy one in contrast with that of the original story. Basically, what happens is a one-legged soldier is in love with a ballerina toy. One-legged soldier toy in love with a ballerina toy, and then there's a clown Jack in the Box that's trying to get in the way.
He's jealous.
Apparently, in the original,
because it's Hans Christian Andersen.
The Jack in the Box won, but in this version, the soldier wins.
Yeah. Because again, like most Hans Christian Andersen stuff, it doesn't end well.
No,
for nobody.
That's not how Hans Christian Andersen wrote his stuff. That's why none of the Disney adaptations are accurate.
Yeah.
The Carnival of the Animals finale is about a flock of flamingos trying to force a slapstick member who enjoys playing with a yo-yo to engage in their dull routines, designed to delight children with on-screen hysterics. Music arranged by Peter Shekeli. A number of real yo-yo tricks, including Walk the Dog, Rock the Cradle, and UFO, are featured. So they did their research on this one.
Apparently.
Then we have what for our show is technically a rewind of The Sorcerer's Apprentice. As we know, Mickey brings a broom to life with a magical hat left by his master to carry water to a cauldron, but is in danger when he can't stop the brooms. Pomp and Circumstance marches... What?
Sorry. So I wanted to bring up something really quick. Sorry, I broke your rhythm. Sorry. So I did want to bring up something really quick because they're going to be like, I've seen this about a dozen times, this one particular scene, and be like, I'm not afraid to say it. I literally just fast forwarded through this part because the scene.
This was when I picked up my phone.
Because I know this. I couldn't pick up my phone.
I know this one.
Even though be like, it's a classic.
It's a classic. I've seen it 100 times.
It's 100 times. We're like, okay, skip.
Okay.
Anyways, continue.
Pomp and Circumstance marches 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this one we have a story based on Noah's Ark where Donald Duck is Noah's first mate. And Donald musters the animals to the Ark and misses and loses and reunites with his love Daisy Duck in the process.
So does be like it's Noah's mate, so he's not his first mate, so it's not his son?
None of his sons are in this.
Well,
we don't even see his wife. We don't even see Noah's face.
No, we do see people, like a few people come off the Ark.
Yes, but I mean...
Yeah.
Donald Duck...
It's not biblically accurate.
Donald Duck is not playing Noah's son.
Yeah, I know.
It's just a random first mate. And both Donald and...
he's Ham.
Donald does get confused when he sees two ducks walk on board the ship.
Yes, oh my gosh.
So... we'll get to that.
He gets upset and be like, oh my gosh, my girl's gone.
Yeah. Lastly, the Firebird Suite, 1919 version. In this one, the story of a nature sprite and her companion, an elk. After a long winter, she restores the life to the forest, but accidentally awakens the fiery spirit of destruction, which is the namesake Firebird of the piece, in a nearby volcano. The Firebird proceeds in destroying the forest and seemingly the sprite. She is restored to life, however, after the destruction, and forest life is reborn with her after some encouraging from the elk. The story is considered an exercise in the theme of life, death, and rebirth entities.
Fair.
I would have... in my mind, when I hear Firebird, I think Phoenix. So actually seeing an evil Phoenix kind of threw me on this one. But they're not technically.
Dark Phoenix, anybody?
Technically, they are. Well, that's a different matter.
I know it is.
But technically, none of the characters are good or evil in this because it's supposed to be nature.
Yeah.
But either way, trivia. The Firebird sequence depicts the eruption of the volcano Mount St. Helens in 1980.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first feature-length animated film to be presented in IMAX. IMAX had to agree to Disney's terms and conditions to gain the exclusive first showings of the film. These included limited engagement of 4 months and 50% of the box office receipts.
Whoa!
It was for this reason that Fantasia 2000 had its first run. Not all IMAX cinemas showed it, as not all of them were prepared to accept Disney's terms.
That makes sense.
The California Science Center in Los Angeles was one such venue who refused to meet these terms, so Disney built a purpose-built IMAX theater for the 4-month run, costing them $4 million, and then demolished it afterwards.
Jeez.
So if you want to know why this movie didn't make money, it's because they built a theater and then tore it down.
Disney.
At least build it in near Disneyland, keep in California, and then show other films there. Although I guess technically, you got other Disney films you could do.
Yeah, put them in IMAX, whatever.
But at the same time, there is the little law about not having movie studios not having theaters because of monopoly. Anyway,
yeah.
The Broadway ending sequence of Rhapsody in Blue contained so many different colors, over 200, that the CAT system had trouble rendering it, causing delays in the production of Tarzan, 1999.
Oh, that makes sense.
George Gershwin himself features in the Rhapsody in Blue segment. He's the slender man seen playing the piano through his apartment window above Rachel and her piano lessons.
Oh, okay.
The Carnival of the Animals segment with the yo-yo playing flamingo was originally conceived with ostriches in mind by Joe Grant, 91-year-old head of story on Fantasia 2000, and one of the only crew members to have worked on the original Fantasia from 1940.
Wow.
When Eric Goldberg first approached cartoonist Al Hirschfeld about adopting his visual style for the Rhapsody in Blue segment, Hirschfeld told him that if he was 50 years younger, he would have been on a train the next day to come to work on the project. Eric Goldberg showed Rhapsody in Blue to Al Hirschfeld shortly before the artist's 96th birthday.
Oh.
Hirschfeld's wife, Louise, called it the best birthday present he could have received.
Oh, I can imagine. Oh, my gosh.
Then Disney chairman Jeffrey Katzenberg was opposed to this film, so development took place without his knowledge or involvement.
Katzenberg. Again.
Walt Disney Pictures already had the rights to Igor Stravinsky's The Firebird Suite. They had acquired it along with the Rite of Spring during the planning stages of the original Fantasia.
Wow. 60 years ago. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Director Eric Goldberg, who animated the entire Carnival of the Animals segment by himself.
Wait a minute.
Maybe not by himself, but he was the main animator behind it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
He had just finished co-directing Pocahontas in 1995 and wanted to get back to the drawing board. The whole process took him about 9 months.
I imagine.
The rain seen during Pomp and Circumstance was filmed back in 1940 and was used in the Rite of Spring segment in the first Fantasia.
You're not surprised that you reuse...
Disney always is using animation.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
The use of Pomp and Circumstance was mandated by Disney CEO Michael Eisner after he heard the song at his son's graduation. Eisner's original idea for the segment, though, was to have all the Disney princes and princesses in a wedding procession where the princesses were all pregnant. The animators refused to work on this idea.
What?
Yeah!
Eisner!
There's a reason why Eisner is not the first idea we go with.
Oh my gosh. Like, I can see where it's more like, oh, it's like a graduation thing because that's what they use it for anyway.
Yeah, but weddings where the princesses are pregnant?
They're all pregnant. It's like, okay, that's going to be a little weird.
Yeah. Outside of the Pixar Animation Studios films,
yes,
the Steadfast Tin Soldier segment is the first time that lead characters in a Disney animation are completely computer generated. Although the whales in Pines of Rome that were on before this were computer animated, their eyes were all hand drawn. This was done because the software available to the studio at the time was not advanced enough to create convincing eyes with the expressiveness desired by the filmmakers. This was not a problem by the time the Steadfast Tin Soldier went underway, and the CG characters for that segment had fully expressive features.
Okay.
The Rhapsody in Blues segment is the first one in a Fantasia film to be based on the work of an American composer.
Yes.
Instead of being produced all at once as the original Fantasia was, each segment was produced individually during production lulls between features. Pines of Rome was the first segment to go into production and was completed in 1995. Ludwig van Beethoven's Fifth was the last sequence to go into production.
Oh, okay.
Those are real yo-yo moves that the Flamingos are using in the Carnival of the Animals segment and was based on what one of Goldberg's animators in Pocahontas would do during his spare time.
Play yo-yo.
Play with his yo-yo.
Oh, okay.
That's what got him interested.
Oh, that makes sense.
The Steadfast Tin Soldier segment has a substantially different ending to the original Hans Christian Andersen tale. Upbeat nature of the music largely dictated this change.
Oh, okay.
And lastly, at the end of The Sorcerer's Apprentice, which is presented in 4x3 with letterboxing on the sides,
okay,
because that's how the original resolution of it was. At the end, when it goes to the scene of Mickey coming over and shaking Leopold Stokowski's hand, that is actually cropped to the regular resolution of the rest of the, not the resolution, the the ratio, the you know what I mean, of the film, and Mickey's lines that were originally voiced by Walt Disney himself in the original Fantasia are redubbed by then current voice actor Wayne Allwine.
What?
Because it immediately goes into another segment which Walt Disney had not recorded lines for and wanted continuity. It makes sense, even though it sucks.
Yeah, I was like...
But that's why.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Let me continue this, because this is actually interesting for me.
Okay.
As it happens, this is the final time that Wayne Allwine will voice Mickey Mouse in a theatrical feature film before his death 10 years later. Although Wayne Allwine would go on to voice Mickey Mouse in television shows such as Mickey's House of Mouse, TV, movies, and straight-to-home videos such as The Three Musketeers, which we've already reviewed, and of course video games such as Kingdom Hearts. I had to bring that back.
Who currently plays Mickey Mouse?
I would have to look that up.
In the new ones.
Because both Russie Taylor, the voice of Minnie, and Wayne Allwine, who were married in real life.
Yes, they were.
They have both passed.
Yes.
So I will have to look at who the current Mickey Mouse is.
Yeah.
But that is the end of my trivia. Brett Ewan is the current voice of Mickey Mouse. Okay. And has been in the role since 2009.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, what is your first like for this movie?
My first like of this particular movie would be Rhapsody in Blues, that segment.
I agree with this, by the way.
Yeah, because originally designed by Al Hirschfeld. Yeah, Al Hirschfeld.
It's based on his artwork.
Based on his artwork. And again, be like, as a kid, like when I was a lot younger, be like when I started getting into art, it was like, oh, okay. I didn't know what the guy's name was because again, me reading was a hard thing.
If you're wondering who Al Hirschfeld is, people at home who may not know, you know how in some of those old movies, they'll every once in a while go to a restaurant where all of the celebrities are caricatured on the walls, like when they're in Hollywood or such, or New York, because Muppets Take Manhattan did this, had a play on this. That artwork was Al Hirschfeld.
Yeah. Very expressive, very simple lining, but I love the aspect because they do put it in the 1930s New York during the heat of the Depression, and be like you have the Duke, the construction worker, you have Joe, the down to his like an employed guy, you have Rachel, the little girl, you have Joe, the rich husband who enjoys life, but his wife is very much the opposite.
He wants to enjoy life, bless his heart.
Yeah, he wants to enjoy life. His wife is a little stuffy. So you see different aspects of life. You see those that be like are trying to make a living. Those who are be like down their luck. They're trying to make a living and they just can't. and the little girl who just wants to have fun. Then you have the older man who just wants to have fun, and it's this like almost like intersecting of their lives in a way with this bouncing little ball. And I enjoy the animation. I enjoy where it's in the end, each character kind of gets what they want.
Yeah.
And in the end, the little girl is more like, oh, okay, so your parents go off, but I can't now correct me.
She is escorted to all of her activities by a governess.
Yeah, the governess. Now please correct me if I'm wrong. What is her name again?
See, I don't remember the character's name.
You're fine.
In
You're
that
fine.
segment.
Rachel. Yeah, so like I can't remember. So when Rachel goes with her governess away from her parents, who be like her dad drags her off, be like, so am I right in saying be like the end segment is where she's like having
she's reunited with her parents.
Oh, okay, that makes sense because I enjoyed the little Rachel's then because she's getting dragged all over the place. All she wants to do is just be like.
She wants to be a little girl. She wants to have fun, and to a degree, she also wants to be with her parents. So the very end, where she nearly dies, and she gets reunited, and that midst is very sweet.
Yeah, it's a very sweet little story because you get Joe, the down and out guy, because you have
he doesn't have any money.
He doesn't have any money. He doesn't have a job, and then Joe would be like he gets tired of his job. And he wants to go play blues, and he winds up be like swapping with Joe. You know, when Joe gets a job and he's happy and be like, and now everybody's kind of doing what they want to do, or they're in the place they need to be. And it was like, oh, okay, I enjoy this. I enjoy the art. I even enjoy the music because I like a little jazz every once in a while. And I enjoyed it. It was fun. I enjoyed the segment. So yeah, Rhapsody in Blues.
So
not to be confused with anything from Cowboy Bebop.
True, that's the real folk blues.
Yeah, real folk blues.
You kept calling it blues, and that confused me because I was under the impression it was jazz. So I looked it up because I can be wrong just as much as anybody else can be. It's technically a hybrid, or it's called symphonic jazz because it blends jazz and blues. So we're both right.
Yeah, we're both right. It's hybridization.
It's blues jazz.
Yeah, it's blues jazz.
But this is my favorite segment of the entire piece of the entire film.
Yeah.
For one thing, it reminded me of Saturday morning cartoons, watching the old theatrical shorts that they would play, like with the Bugs Bunny cartoons. But they also you also get these ones that were played in amongst all those cartoons that didn't have a recognizable character, and it would be something similar to this that was very much more artistic. Now, at the time, that would have bored me to death.
Fair.
Because it's like, I don't know what's going on. It's cool to watch, but at the same time, I say it would bore me. I think I would have been interested, but I would not have known what was going on.
Yeah.
Because it's like pretty colors, but not quite like that. But
yeah.
Watching this one, this is the one that got me like fully invested. Not that the other, not because I think right before this, the two before this were the Beethoven's Fifth and Pines of Rome, which the Beethoven's Fifth was not really going to pull me in because it's mostly abstract, even though it was very pretty and very well animated.
Yeah.
The Pines of Rome, I was lost on the minute they showed whales, and it's like, what does this have to do with Rome?
Okay, it's Star Trek 4.
Literally, that's what I thought. It's like, are they going to go talk to the giant space burrito up there? Is that what's happening?
I don't know. There be whales here.
I mean, they are humpbacks.
They are humpbacks. Agreed.
So it's like, is this a secret sequel to Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home? Because this ain't the first time Disney's pulled this crap with me. Making a suit. Because I literally thought, the movie The Black Hole?
Yeah, I've heard of it, yes.
I thought when I was a kid that it was a sequel, or it was a prequel. I thought it was a prequel to Star Trek The Motion Picture.
Yeah.
Because there is a part where the little robot is going around the thing, and in my mind, it was the same type of satellites that V'ger is.
Yeah.
And I even thought, it's got that little burnt place where he burnt the wire.
Spoiler for 2 films.
I don't care! We're in the spoiler section. If you haven't seen Star Trek The Motion...
Fair.
Honestly, I've not spoiled anything with the black hole because I rewatched the black hole and my memories of it were shoddy.
That is fair.
And all I said was this. I did kind of say it was a satellite.
You did.
Feature.
That's why I said spoiler.
Either way, it's a weird movie anyway. I say that as a Trekkie.
The Star Trek the motion pictures. That was a weird movie.
It's a good movie once you understand what's going on, and if you're watching the director's edition where they finish the special effects.
Yes.
Beside the point. Back to Rhapsody in Blue.
Back to the video.
This was I really enjoyed the animations. It reminded me of kind of that experimental type of animation, where, especially at the beginning, where you're watching the lines draw the city out.
Oh yeah.
And then you get to and the character designs for, because this is Al Herschel, they were much more stylistic than the animation we're used to seeing from Disney.
Yeah.
So it was a lot more interesting because it was different.
Yes.
But the storytelling in that segment was done very well, watching what went on with each of the characters from the you have the character names, I don't, but the construction worker who wants to play the drums, the little girl who just wants to be with her family,
Rachel,
and the kid who the old man who doesn't have a dime to his name and really would love a job, and then the old guy with the stuck-up wife who wants to buy everything for her little fur baby, and it's going to cost him a lot of money,
and he just wants to go have fun.
He just wants to go have fun because
men just want to go have fun.
Yeah, that's the thing. Guys just want to have fun.
That is true.
To quote, to mess with a song.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, Bramblewild 13, you threw me off there. He says the black hole was okay with a really strange ending. Maximilian is an underrated Disney bad guy. And I know who you're talking about. But for whatever reason, when I saw Maximilian, I thought of the robot spaceship played by Paul Rubens in Flight of the Navigator, which is on the list this year. And I thought, wait a minute, he wasn't a bad guy. He may have kidnapped the hero, but he wasn't a bad guy. Anyway, sorry. That threw me for a second. The big red robot.
Yes.
The evil robot. But the animation on that segment was amazing to watch, especially like when I didn't know that about the ending, where it had actually was so complicated that it caused Tarzan to back up because they were really destroying the computer. It sounds like we're causing issues there.
Yeah.
But I can see that now that I've watched and go, okay, yeah, I can see how that would be just a touch more complicated than maybe the computers could handle at the time.
Fair.
Even though they were just doing color. But this was 1990. Well, last one was 19. It came out in 1999.
Yeah.
This short, I don't remember what year it was, but it's going to be like 96, 97.
Fair.
Somewhere in there. So yeah, I was impressed by that, and I really appreciated it. It kind of gave me a nice burst of nostalgia for a style of animation I really hadn't watched in years.
Oh, okay.
What was your second like?
So, before I do that, I want to make a really just important announcement really quick. It's nothing to do with the show itself. It's about me. So if you're watching the stream right now, if you notice I did that, I twitch my head. That's my Tourette's because I'm tired. And
that's fair.
The longer I'd be like, if I'm tired and my it's end of the day, so my medication's starting to wear off a little bit. So if I bark and twitch during this, be like just a fair warning, that'll probably happen. Mostly I'll just twitch. So
fun fact, I know I saw you twitch. But we've been friends for so long, and we've worked together for so long. I didn't even pay attention to it.
That's fine. I just want to make our audience aware. It's like, okay, why did he just twitch? So that's the reason. So
same reason he barks.
Yeah, same reason, just Tourette's.
Anyway, second like.
Wait,
it's 9:30.
Yes, it's 9:30. Let's get through this. Thankfully, we're not going 14 likes and dislikes.
Yes.
Because we'd be here until like 2 a.m.
And we're probably putting that other episode off for another week.
Yeah, it's true.
We have to get that figured out. Anyway.
Yes, we will. Let me think. Number 2 be like, I'm literally going to go with the classic, which is The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Even though I literally skipped through it. Be like, this is such an iconic... piece of animation set to what is that set to?
The original piece for the most part.
Yeah, original piece for it, but
it's based on a poem, but
okay.
I mean that's not the music. The music was pretty much created back when they were making the original short because they were making that before the original Fantasia. But then Leopold Stravinsky did the conduct music for it because of how. Anyway,
yeah. So I really enjoy it because there again, it's iconic. It's one of the you think Mickey Mouse with this hat, with this sorcerer hat. Not to be confused with the very awkward Nicolas Cage movie with the same name.
We don't talk about that one.
I never saw it, so I just thought I would bring it up. Anyways,
we don't talk about Nicholas. not in this context, anyway.
No, but
just realized we've only done one Nick Cage movie, haven't we?
Well, oh yeah,
he's in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
No, he's also in Astro Boy.
That's right. We've done 2.
He plays the dad.
We need to do more Nick Cage because Nick Cage is. Nick Cage is
Nick Cage.
Is Nick Cage.
Yeah.
I was going to say Nick Cage is gold, but it's like, well,
no, he's not exactly gold.
But he's always fun to watch when you see him in something.
Yeah. Either or. Yeah. Sorcerer's Apprentice. What else can I say about it? It's classic, iconic. It's when you think Mickey Mouse, you think that Mickey Mouse in some ways. And yeah, it's an iconic short. And again, if you've never seen it, go watch it. What are you doing? Sitting under a rock for the last 60 years?
Trust me, you've seen at least a screenshot of it.
You've seen screenshots, you've seen clips.
It's the most common picture of Mickey Mouse when he's not being Steamboat Willie.
Yeah. So, that's my second is The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
I'm going to go with Pomp and Circumstance. Because here's the thing: when I did not look up. I did not look up what was in this. I went into it as blind as possible.
Fair.
All I knew going into it was Donald Duck was in it. I remembered the picture, a shot from the commercials. I remember there was a flamingo. I didn't know what the flamingo was doing, and I remembered there was this thing with a green spirit at the that somewhere in there. And I didn't know what it was doing at the time either.
Right.
So I went into this completely blind.
Fair.
So I'm watching it. The Sorcerer's Apprentice segment comes to an end. They go through that whole, and they're saying they're going to do the next song is Pomp and Circumstance, and I'm going, the graduation march.
Da, 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 da. It's like, really? I heard this my graduation 24 years ago.
Right.
I know.
Of all the music to pick for Fantasia.
Yeah.
I don't know not even knowing what the segment was going to be about. And then find out Donald Duck's in this short.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I'm watching and going, this is actually very good.
Yes, it is.
Granted, the only part of Pomp and Circumstance I know is, the actual chorus you hear every time you see a graduation on television or movies.
Yeah, good night.
And so most of it's not that, because it's like the whole four-piece section, four-piece song. And this whole bit, it really, the Pomp and Circumstance is the secondary part of this, because Donald Duck trying to get animals onto the ark is hilarious. And then him losing sight of Daisy, and then he's worried about her, and the fact that they keep missing each other on the ark, even though they're like they get close to seeing each other over there. I was feeling bad for both of them, because I was like, oh yeah, this is to think you barely got on the boat, And everyone else that was not on this boat is dead. And you don't know if your girlfriend is on the boat.
True.
And I keep saying girlfriend because I don't know if in this he's technically married.
I would think they're probably married.
I think they're married.
Probably. Because it'd be like either or.
But, and I did like how it came to the end where Donald Duck finds the locket that he gave her. She realizes she's lost it, and she runs back to the Ark, and then they meet back up. That's nice. But to me, the funniest bit, and it's on screen for like 2 seconds, the funniest bit is when all the animals, they're walking up the entrance, and you can see on a hill a unicorn, a dragon, and a griffin laughing at them all. And I'm going, that makes sense why they don't have these animals anymore.
Oh, okay.
Because they didn't get on the Ark. Mm-hmm. None of them were represented. And Grant, that's an old joke about the unicorns not making it on the Ark, or maybe the unicorns did make it on the Ark, and the lions really enjoyed them being there as meat lunch. Things of that nature.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did. That was kind of funny. But the whole segment I thought was well done. As I'm getting older, I'm getting an appreciation for Donald Duck.
Yes.
As a character. Not as a healer in Kingdom Hearts, but as a character. You stupid duck, heal me!
I knew you were going there, because I'd be like, yeah.
I have to at some point.
Yes, you do.
Fun fact, while Fantasia 2000 does not have a level in any Kingdom Hearts game, the original Fantasia does.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Is Bald Mountain in it?
Bald Mountain's actually one of the bosses in the original Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay. But
there's also another one that's a whole world based on Fantasia where they go between the different original segments.
Oh, okay.
As your character is looking for a sound idea.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So... And Yen Sid is in throughout Kingdom Hearts too.
Fair.
So, but yeah, that's the pomp and circumstance segment is my second like for this. What's your third?
So funny fact, when I graduated in 2002, a lot of my classmates, we were all kind of, because we were going to get, this traditional, the graduation song. Yeah, exactly. We got that instead, but we wanted, Good Time of Your Life by Green Day, because it kind of fit with our generation, with our class. It's because my class kind of went through a lot. Let's say that. 9/11.
Yours wasn't the only one.
Oh no! I know.
But the memories of that particular event were fresher in your minds at graduation than they were in ours.
Yeah, and also we lost a student. We lost a fellow classmate that year.
Fair enough.
So, anyways, let's see. We got to where was I? I didn't actually write notes. So I just pulled up the Wikipedia article and just reading off. It's like, okay, that'll work too. So I'm also going to go with pomp and circumstance.
Fun fact, I don't actually write my likes and dislikes down.
I normally do. Fun fact.
Which is fair.
So there again, it's been a long week.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, pomp and circumstances, marches 1, 2, 3, and 4. I do like that they do bring in the Noah's Ark story a little differently, because they do bring in Donald Duck as his first mate.
Well, I mean, Donald Duck is a sailor.
He is a sailor. That makes sense. That makes sense now. And it'd be like, I have a weird feeling a lot of people would be like, it's like, Donald Duck wasn't on the Ark. He didn't have a first mate. He was a son. It's like, calm down. I know you mean well, but calm down.
Do you know Donald Duck officially has a U.S. Navy record?
Oh, I'm not surprised.
That's apparently, if you want to read into it and find out about it, you actually have to sign like paperwork.
Really?
To get the information from the government.
Wow. About a cartoon duck.
But
wow.
He did a lot of propaganda for the United States.
That is true. That makes sense.
Or so did Mickey Mouse. And Bugs Bunny.
Yes.
And you don't have to do that for them. But
that is true.
Continue.
So that would be funny. Do the propaganda shorts.
Yeah, we should. We should do some propaganda shorts at some point.
Especially with Donald Duck.
I know which one you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Exactly which one you're talking about.
He's polishing,
Yeah, that's what
the bombs
for certain the little mustachioed man.
Oh my gosh, that was so. Yeah, either or. Another Donald Duck short. Let's say that.
Some of these, I don't know how easy some of these are to get a hold of anymore because they're technically not in good taste in the current things. Like, we should forget that right now.
Yeah, it's art.
If those who fail to learn their history are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah, exactly. Either or. So
politics aside.
Yeah. So Pomp and Circumstances. Let me read that again. Marches 1 through 4.
Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly enjoyed it because there again, it's Donald Duck shenanigans. Donald trying his best to get the animals, and then he's worried that Daisy has been obliterated by the flood. And they're desperately trying to find each other, and like you get where Donald is so upset that he sees two little ducks who are enjoying each other's company on the deck. He literally grabs a male duck and throws him. And the little female duck's crying. You're like, dude, you just wiped out a species. Come on, dude. Which that's another thing with the Noah's Ark story in the Bible. Mm-hmm. It's that, okay, they brought two of each, male and female, of every species. And at the end, they sacrifice doves and other animals for God's blessing on, what happened. So did they just wipe out a bunch of doves?
So,
and I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, that's
bird, if you go back and actually and read that, because if you're like me, it has been a while. There's a couple where it's more than two that he brings on the ark, and still, at that same way, we don't know if that was a proto species to how we know the animals now, or there's some people who say dinosaurs technically were on the ark.
I've heard that.
There's a lot we don't know, and I'm not going down that road.
That very large rabbit hole that's flooded.
Just like to say, if God is all powerful like we claim him to be,
there's
no reason he couldn't have put bones in the earth for us to wonder what make the wise look foolish, as it says God will do is make the wise look foolish.
True. All right,
but there's a lot we don't know, so I'm not going down that road.
Yeah, so I do enjoy.
Bramwell does say some of the animals were brought on in sevens.
Oh,
so that would allow for
that makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you for that clarification.
Yeah. And bear in mind, they never talk about the fish of the sea being brought on the ark.
But so why would you? Because they're in the water.
Well, at the same time, that there is a larger contingent of aquatic species than that. But you never know.
Fair. But either or, I did enjoy the Donald Duck shenanigans, and plus I know how much Drew in Kingdom Hearts does not like Donald Duck. So
I don't hate Donald Duck.
No,
I just wish his AI was better. Mm-hmm. Granted, if you were hanging out when I was doing all that, I did mention that you can make adjustments to Donald Duck's AI in the game, in the settings, so that he actually does a better job of healing. The word there is better, not
better,
not exactly so where I want it.
Fair,
like when I'm dying.
So, just more of a heads up with the cover art for this episode. It's going to include Donald Duck and Bane from Batman the Animated Series.
Yes,
I'm going to break a duck.
Roast duck.
Roast? No, more like
that's a different episode.
Yeah, crushed duck.
Anyway,
like Sparrow's egg.
Between men's thighs.
Yeah, mean thighs. Anyways, so I did enjoy that they actually did bring a biblical story into this. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then they immediately follow that up with I was like, that's an interesting contrast.
The mythical, it goes from I don't want to throw shade where shade does not need to be thrown.
Right.
But it does kind of feel like, here's your religion, now here's ours.
Possibly.
It is that kind of feeling.
Fair.
But anyways,
I thought it was an interesting contrast because you have Pomp and Circumstances, you have Firebirds, Sweet, 1919 version, which I enjoyed both of them, like animation wise.
The only difference from what I understood between the 1919 version and the regular version, the regular version's longer, a lot longer than that's why they went with the 1919 version, because it was shorter. And fit their story better.
But yeah, that is my third like.
My third like is Carnival of the Animals, because that whole bit made me laugh my butt off.
That is fair.
It was just a fun segment, because you watch so many of these others and they're this artistic, serious thing, which I like, don't get me wrong.
Fair.
And then you have the Disney animated stuff with the Disney characters, which, while not as serious, they are very safe. And then you just have this flamingo doing yo-yo tricks. That's just like, I couldn't stop laughing.
That's fair.
Watching that. I had to pause the movie to stop laughing at what I was saying, because it's like, this is good. It's like, okay, let's just keep going. This was a nice breather.
Yeah.
But now, as we finish our likes, we need to go into dislikes.
Yes, we do.
What's your first?
Oh,
Steve Martin?
I don't know. Be like, I don't know. Be like, Steve Martin was just like, it's Steve Martin being Steve Martin. Be like, I probably confused him with a different actor, which people was like, it's like, no one likes working with this guy. Why is he here? And it's like, no, that's not Steve Martin. It's somebody else. Yeah. That's Chevy Chase, I believe.
Chevy Chase. And
sorry.
I'd have to look into that. So, yeah.
But anyways, be like, I was like, okay, that was an interesting one. They're going to be like, he's a comedian. Of course, he's going to goof and flub it, that kind of thing. But be like, it's like, okay, that's fine. But like, that happens. Because I was thinking, be like something serious, and you bring in a comedian, and it's like, oh, camera on me, haha. Not, it was a funny ha kind of thing.
Yeah, that's my general problem with all of the host segments, which is going to be my first dislike. None of them are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Granted, on one hand, they are introducing the piece, which is fine most of the time.
Right.
They're the ones that are focused on doing that. They are fine.
Yeah.
And I will say the part with in the intro to Pomp and Circumstance, when you're hearing Mickey running around backstage trying to find Donald, that was funny. That was done well. Funny. Steve Martin is the worst example of this because none of that bit was funny, and I almost don't want to blame him for it. Yeah. Because with what was there, I think he did as good a job as he could have.
Yeah.
But the writing on that segment was pitiful. Like, the amazing thing is most of the musicians you're hearing tonight, this is the first time they've ever played anything, because they've done my special 2-week correspondence course. I was like, that's not even funny. And if I heard that in that orchestra, I'd come up and punch you in the face for saying something like that. That's not funny. It's like,
it was bad writing.
It was bad writing. Yeah. And it gets worse because like it's going to this next piece is going to in the Pines of Rome is going to feature this violin solo done by this person. But I can play violin. Let me show you here. The camera's come back. Camera's on me. I'm over here, guys. Bring the camera and going. Okay, first of all, this isn't funny. I'm sorry, it's not funny. Second of all, Steve Martin is actually an accomplished musician. He is an excellent banjo player. Now, I know what some people are thinking. The banjo, that's not a good instrument. No one likes to listen to the Hello, country music. Hello, bluegrass. I will be the first one to make the joke that the definition of perfect pitch is the angle the banjo takes as it's going into the dumpster to land on the bagpipes. Because that is perfect pitch.
Oh.
But at the same time, the banjo is an excellent instrument, and Steve Martin plays it extremely well. Like, he is one of the best banjo players in the world. And definitely the most famous. And it's not like he's hidden playing the banjo before. He did it when he was on Saturday Night Live. He did it when he was actually on a bluegrass album where that was one of I think it's either, I can't remember if it's, I think it's Scruggs. Earl Scruggs. I know you didn't watch Beverly Hillbillies growing up.
No, I did not.
But you know the theme song.
Yeah.
Okay, he's one of the writers of that theme song.
Oh, okay.
Earl Scruggs is.
Okay.
Steve Martin played with him on stage on that.
Right.
During a thing called, on this really cool version, collaborative version of Foggy Mountain Breakdown, where Earl Scruggs is playing with all these different musicians. Some of them are not playing bluegrass instruments, but Steve Martin's there playing the banjo part, one of the banjo parts on that, next to one of the other best banjo players in the world.
Okay.
And I'm still sitting here going, Steve Martin, this joke doesn't fit you. Notice I didn't say it was beneath him.
Right.
It doesn't fit because you are an accomplished musician. Sure, you may not be a violinist, but how awesome would it be if they actually did something from a different musical style than just classical and the other adopted classical style of jazz and blues?
Right.
Because that's all the music that's in here. I'm not saying these are all bad. That it's bad to have those in there. I
Right.
appreciate them.
Yes.
But you are an accomplished musician. You just play a different instrument than this one we're making the joke about because this is a poorly written joke.
Yeah, it's not a very good joke.
Master activated.
That
This audio clip owned by Nate Marchand of the Monster Island Film Vault. For more information,
Sorry,
visit monsterislandfilmvault.com.
seemed appropriate.
yes, agreed. I mean, like I understand the bit. I mean, like it just
annoyed me.
It fell flat to me. You know, in all circumstance, what have you. But I get why they did it. But at the same time, I kind of get your point. I do get your point. Be like, maybe actually have him play something, and kind of maybe a small segment. Like, hey, I can do
other
this.
Yeah,
But
anyway,
Yeah.
either way.
yeah.
What's your second like?
My second dislike. So again, kind of these the host would come on, they would talk about something, and the one that irritated me the most. Let me get to it real fast. Oh, what is
Penn
it?
and Teller weren't good either in this.
No, I think the one I really enjoyed was actually James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Be like, his was like, okay. Be like, who wrote this? Kind of thing.
That was funny.
That was funny. That was funny.
He does this nice, serious lead up, and he reads about the. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was like this is very serious. And the guy who's drawing it says, "No, hang on," and he hands him the script. He goes, "Flamingo's playing with a yo-yo. Who wrote this?"
Yes.
That was funny.
Yes. Oh crap! What's her name? She played the head witch on Hocus Pocus.
Bette Midler.
Bette Midler. Yeah, her little
I don't
bit.
think it's Bette Midler in Hocus Pocus, but I think that's the person you're trying to refer to.
Yeah, Bette Midler. Yeah, it's Bette Midler who I'm referring to. So Bette Midler does an intro, like an intro for another segment, and she starts describing all these ones that got rejected.
Yeah, some of which you can find on the Blu-ray.
Yeah,
in the special features or on other DVD special features from this era. Because
Really?
some of these shorts were finished. That Salvador Dali one was finished, just not put in Fantasia.
why? Okay, here's the thing.
I
Here's
think it's technically the Little Matchstick Girls what it gets included with. But
right.
Anyway,
Yes, either or. My thing is like if you say, "Oh, we just didn't do that," and be like stuff that they didn't do for Fantasia or Fantasia 2000, like why don't you do those? Those sound amazing. But oh no, we just did this
or
one.
if you're already working on them, maybe the Fantasia 2006 that you canceled, you could have been included in.
They did. Oh yeah, they did.
They were working on Fantasia 2006 and they canceled it because they didn't think it would sell.
I can see why.
I can see why. I understand it, but at the
Yeah.
same time, that's not the point of Fantasia.
Yeah. But either words, I was listening to it. And I was like, wait a minute. Be like, you're saying all these other ones we didn't do, even though they were probably finished, and you didn't
Or
put
near
them,
finished.
or near finished, and you didn't put them in. It's kind of disappointing in a way. So yeah,
Especially since you included clips
Yes.
of them.
Yes. Why would you mention
That's
them then?
horrible teasing.
Yeah. Either or. So that is my second dislike. Is like you had all these other ones. You mentioned them that. Oh yeah, we didn't do. What we're gonna do this one. Okay, fine. Kind of disappointed you didn't do those. What's your? What is that? third?
Second dislike.
Second, okay.
And I'm going to catch a little bit of heat for this.
Okay.
I don't think they should have included the Sorcerer's Apprentice in this.
Ooh.
I'll tell you why.
I can understand why, though.
It takes a spot from something else that could have been made.
Yes.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice, don't get me wrong,
Yes.
is an excellent short. I enjoyed it in Fantasia. I've enjoyed it when I've seen it separate. It's a very important piece of animation history.
Yes.
I don't think it should have been included here. There should have been no repeat segments from the original Fantasia in this.
Fair.
I will give you the fact that the intro to, at the very beginning, to Ludwig von Beethoven is is archive audio from the original Fantasia of the original host, technically talking about the toccata and fugue segment of the first one, but they leave out the name of it because he's talking about the abstract stuff. That's fine. That's a nice callback. I live with that. Reusing an entire short, like you said, you fast forwarded through it.
I did.
I looked at my phone during it. It's not that it's bad. It's
No.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's nice to see it in a theater. If I'd have gotten to see it in a theater,
Yeah.
there are other ways to handle that, Disney, by the way. Like, actually put your cartoons in front of your movies again? You've got a back catalog if you don't want to make new ones. Just saying. But, sorry. It would have just been nice if you had not included this one and you could have put in another short, like many of the ones you talked about that were cut for whatever reason.
Right.
And then we're finished, probably, and then from what I understand, we're finished later.
Yeah.
And we're included in special features on other DVD and Blu-ray releases of this era. And I believe some of them can now be found on Disney Plus. Do not quote me on that. I could be wrong. I haven't gone and looked.
Fair.
Because I actually don't know the names of any of these. But they are there. And they are where you can get them if you know where to look.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The inclusion of the Sorcerer's Apprentice effectively knocking out what could have been another short that could have been included here is my second dislike.
Okay, that's fair. Now I do understand why Disney put this one in here because
Yes, it's classic.
It's the most iconic one they've
Right.
ever done. But I do agree with you. I do agree with you. They did kind of miss out on an opportunity to bring in another piece of new animation.
And I do know that they had also planned to reuse one of the other ones in there, but I think it was The Rite of Spring. But they changed their mind on that to put a different short in there, and I think that's what they should have done here.
Fair.
Like I said, has nothing to do with the quality of The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Fair.
And has everything to do with the fact that it caused them not to be. It's basically you've got this I think it's a 10-minute cartoon that we've already seen.
Yeah.
It's a rerun in the middle of a movie. This would have bugged me back then if I seen the original Fantasia.
Fair.
So, also put the original Fantasia in theaters. Put some of your original movies in theaters again. You will get people going.
Yeah.
Just because they can go watch on Disney Plus does not mean you won't see people want to go see these films in an actual theater.
Yeah.
Disney. Quit being Zaslav. I like how Zaslav is now a 4-letter word on this show.
Yes, exactly.
What's your third dislike?
That needs to be a T-shirt.
Zaslav.
Either or. I don't think I have one because this is a really well done production.
Yes.
I really don't have any other complaints. Be like, it's some of the the host's introductions are a little flat. Like Penn and Teller, that was kind of flat. Steve Martin's was flat. Again, it's writing. It's not really their fault. It's just more the writing. But overall, be like, I thoroughly enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun. There again, be like, if you would have, talked to 2000 teenager Jacob, be like, oh,
it'd been a different story.
It'd been a different story. But there again, now I'm 43 years old. Oh my gosh.
Right.
But either or, be like, yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I don't really have a third dislike. You?
So my third dislike is really a nitpick.
Okay, what kind of nitpick is this?
During the Steadfast Tin Soldier, which I think is Piano Concerto No. 2, the action on screen does not match up a lot of times with the music the way it does in all of the other shorts.
Fair.
It's fine for the most part if you don't if it doesn't bug you that much, because it's not really that awkward. Like in any other short, it wouldn't be fine, but because this is Fantasia,
Fair.
my expectation is that the animation is set to the music, not the music was added to the animation. I expect the animation to match the music.
Fair.
And it does and it doesn't. So yeah, my third dislike is the fact that segment, Piano Concerto number 2, aka the Steadfast End Soldier, does the visuals and the audio don't quite match up where they should.
Fair.
It really sometimes feels like the video is doing its own thing and the audio just happens to be playing. But anyway.
Oh, I get that.
What are you rating this film?
I'm going to rate it. Let me get to my notes. Only a second. I'm going to give it a 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, 6.5 is good. It's just more, it's like, it was great. I don't think I'm going to be like, if we review it again, I will happily review it, but I don't think this is going to be one of those I plug in every 6 months.
Right.
Oh, fun note, be like, I haven't watched Tangled in a year. Just kind of saying.
That's odd for you.
Yeah, because normally I watch the movie every year, but.
I'm surprised you don't have the TV show on rotation. That's why it was our first TAS.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, if you haven't watched Tangled the series, go watch it because it's good and needs some more love.
Yes. Next, sorry, I gotta rate this thing.
Yes, you have to rate.
I'm giving it a 7.
Oh, okay.
It's not a bad film. I don't think it's as good as the first one. The musical choices aren't as good. You do have a repeat segment, and it loses some impact there. It's still the shorts as by themselves. For the most part work. Yeah, the Pines of Rome I don't really like as well, and that's the only one that one and the Firebird. Those are the ones I kind of just don't like, just because of my own preference.
That's fair.
I think they're a little too artsy for me. Art, you know what I mean?
Yes.
A little too artsy fartsy for me.
Not artsy stuff.
Not artsy stuff, but too artsy fartsy. The other segments, they are more enjoyable, I think, to watch. And I'm still blown away by the Rhapsody in Blue one because that was so well done. It's the best one. Personally, I think it's not just the best in Fantasia 2000. It might be very close to being the best between the two films of the segments. That's just a personal opinion.
Fair.
But yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna like throw this in to watch the whole thing. I may go back and watch the shorts if I can find them separate at a later date. But yeah, 7.
Okay, fair enough.
Next week, we return to we go to our first patron pick of the year. With our good buddy who we could kind of trash a second ago.
We didn't really trash.
And we just mentioned how
probably an hour and a half ago.
None of us know how to shut up. Nate Marchand is coming back to review G.I. Joe, the Real American Hero from 89? Do I have that year right? I haven't looked it up. I'm guessing.
Transformers was 86. That would have been 87.
87. Okay.
87.
The film they had to change at the last minute because they realized killing all your characters was a bad idea.
Thanks, Transformers.
Thanks, Optimus.
It wasn't Optimus' fault.
Not Optimus' fault, but because everybody died, not just Optimus.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who to thank. Thanks, Rodimus. It's all your fault, you stupid sports car.
Everybody blames Rodimus.
It's not really Rodimus' fault, but he's easy to...
Hot Rod.
Yes. Am I going to blame it on Ultra Magnus? Robert Stack was doing the best he could.
That is true.
Anyway.
Like, how many times have we reviewed this movie?
We've watched it together 3 times.
3 times.
And reviewed it twice.
Yes.
And let's face it, I know Marchand has talked about doing Transformers on his, so let's face it, he's going to invite us for that.
Oh, he will.
I'm not against being on there for that, so there's probably a 3rd review in our future.
Probably.
But yeah, join us next week for G.I. Joe.
Because it is, be like, you do have a very giant robot. Like you consider a robot kaiju.
I can't get to him right now. Not without turning the lights off.
Lights are off.
I mean, I've got his torso at the moment.
Oh, God.
And the legs. I haven't reassembled them since the move.
Oh, my gosh.
My Voltron is in pieces.
Yes. Now, I think you might want to turn the lights back on.
I mean, it's just got to be plugged back in.
And there's light. Good.
Not that we were in the complete dark.
No.
Anyway, join us next week for G.I. Joe. In the meantime, we're going to hit some bumpers, intermission, and then power through two more Batman episodes before we crash.
Yes.
This podcast is a proud member of Culture Box. Whether you enjoy geeky reviews, comedy, or original fiction, you can open up the Culture Box and find something excellent for your soul. Point your web browser to culturebox.media.
This week, we suggest checking out The Rushmore Show. The Rushmore Show is the place for ranking the ultimate top 4 in sports, video games, nostalgia, movies, and so much more. Each week, Andy and Kirk spark engaging discussions and friendly debates, making The Rushmore Show your compass in the realm of pop culture rankings. You can find them at youtube.com/The Rushmore Show, where it's all about your top 4 and nothing more. Fun fact, in 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to be on The Rushmore Show. So come join me to talk about funny, silly songs. Anyway, Slowcast would also like to thank the following patrons: PaulGPowers.com, Edwin Gonzalez, The Book of Gaming, The Monster Island Film Vault, and Artsy Stuff. If you would like to have your name shouted on the show, plus episodes of our patron exclusive show, We're Just Super Saiyan, you can donate to our Patreon at the $1 level. At the $5 level, you can get that plus uncut episodes of the Cellcast, plus special art from Jacob. And for an additional $5, aka the $10 level, you can force us to review a film of your choice within reason. And we have no more spots left for 2026, as Edwin Gonzalez got the last one. So please, buy now for 2027. They're now on sale. If you would like, also check out our...
That would be interesting. 2027 to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to get this movie now.
Yes.
It's okay.
Now, get it now. Force us to review something within reason that we can say a year ago. Okay, what movie did Marchand want to do now? I don't know. No, we don't want to do that one. That's got some weird funky kaiju in it I don't know anything about. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. I guess I could say Baba with that Amiga thing he wanted us to review that first time.
Oh gosh.
That we literally...
We both watched and it was like, what in the world was that?
Any other time, we might have worked it in. But you did it right before Bad Movie Month, and we had to say no.
Yes, we did.
But, yeah. You can also check out our Redbubble store for stickers, t-shirts, and various other items, which you can find links for that in the Linktree links in the description. Go check those out. And if you want to support us without spending any money, please rate, review, subscribe to us wherever you found us, and share us with your friends.
Fair.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. 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 There is a song the good folks sing.
Wow.
We may have to jump ahead and review that episode of Batman Beyond, because that's still the funniest clip I've ever seen of that show.
Yeah, we will eventually get to Batman Beyond.
One day.
One of these days.
Deep into the future. After we finish 3 other shows, plus a 4th YouTube series at least.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Catwalk, which originally aired November 13th, 1995. It's production episode 74 and broadcast episode 83. Written by Paul Dini and directed by Boyd Kirkland.
Yes.
In this episode, anxious to take up her old ways as Catwoman, Selena Kyle joins forces with the ventriloquist and Scarface to humiliate socialite Veronica Vreeland. But the real victim is Catwoman herself, who has been secretly set up by Scarface to take the fall for another robbery. Batman has to intercede before the furious feline makes things worse by killing the double-talking ventriloquist.
Fair.
Getting into the trivia for this, the overseas animation studio which produced this episode, perhaps not realizing that Scarface was supposed to be made of wood, articulated the puppet far more than was necessary.
That is true.
His facial features move far more than any ventriloquist dummies possibly could. Scarface makes reference to Tweety's famous line, "I tie putty tat."
Yeah. It is Warner Brothers.
But strangely enough, this episode includes a stuffed animal known as the Tasmanian tiger.
Yes.
While the animal may seem to be of interest to somebody like Catwoman due to it thinking maybe it was a cat, the Tasmanian tiger, or thylacine, was not actually a tiger or even a cat. It is an extinct carnivorous marsupial more closely related to the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
Another...
A little marsupial.
A little marsupial that another Warner Brothers cartoon character is based on.
Yeah. Which
Taz.
looks like nothing like Taz.
Oh, like that means anything.
That
it's
is
not
true.
Like Sonic actually looks like a hedgehog.
That is true.
It was
You know what I mean.
It was sometimes referred to as a tiger because of its carnivorous nature and the typical stripes running laterally across the rear portion of its body.
Fair.
The last known surviving specimen, though, died in captivity in 1936. And this was Adrienne Barbeau's favorite Catwoman episode.
I bet.
Who, as we all know, she was the voice of Catwoman.
She was.
So,
Adrienne Barbeau?
Yeah, Adrienne Barbeau.
Hold on. I thought Adrienne Barbeau was the cast director. Am I wrong or am I right?
I'm 90% certain that she is Catwoman.
Oh, I know she's Catwoman, but I also thought I could be wrong. I thought she was also the cast director.
That's going to be a little harder for me to find.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I'm fairly certain she's Catwoman. I can find that on the quick.
I know she's Catwoman, no doubt. But I kept thinking it was Adrienne Barbeau.
She did some producing on this show.
I'm probably wrong, but that's the first thing came to mind.
Soundtrack things. No, not that I can see.
Okay, either or.
Anyway.
I freaking love this episode. Oh my gosh.
The dog likes the cat episode.
No, it's the fact of the animation. The animation is so freaking good.
Except on Scarface.
Who cares? Like, it looked good. Be like, okay, the puppet moves independently sometimes. Okay?
Okay, that's
it's
fair.
animation and it happens.
And to a degree, you're supposed to question if Scarface is alive or not.
It did make me like, is it a sentient puppet, or is he actually just be like a puppet, and his lackey, or lack of a word, is just be like he's the mastermind behind everything, and he's delusional because he thinks Scarface is a real character. I mean, like, it kind of made you question in a way. It's like, wait a minute, is the puppet actually alive? Because we're hearing him say something, and we're not seeing because obviously he's a ventriloquist, but he's throwing his voice that far. It sounds like he's coming from the puppet, and the puppet's moving on its own. Mm-hmm. But I understand, that's more of an animation thing. But overall, like, animation, oh my gosh, the way they animate Catwoman Selena Kyle, be like her acrobatics, be like her cat-like reflexes, and like, it's all smooth. There's no like animation jumps or nothing. It's just like, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Especially when Batman shows up, it's like, oh my goodness, this is good. This is so freaking good. I mean, like, I was giggling watching this last night, and I was like, oh, this is so good. This is such good animation, and like, it's a good story, because Catwoman, like Catwoman's introduction, like when she's retelling her tale to the stuffed critters, of how she used to be a free cat and everything. That's beautifully animated. Mm-hmm. Definitely when she first encounters Batman, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a good episode, and they did not disappoint. It was like, and like her point, or the perspective when it came to be like, she got sentenced, and then she got probation. It's like she felt like a caged animal. She felt like a caged cat. And Scarface gives her an opportunity that she can't refuse, And be like, her whole thing was be like, I didn't have a choice in it. And Batman makes this very simple line. It's like, no, you chose to do this. Be like, this was not forced on you. You were literally given a deal and you took the deal. Because you literally just threw away your freedom to do what? To possibly grab some jewels because you have a lust for things you don't belong to you. But I'd be like, it's such beautifully animated. It's like, it just, again, going back to Catwoman's retelling of her adventures as Catwoman and her encounter with the Bat and how she tries to seduce him. And it's just like, it's so beautifully done, and definitely how they make Batman's expressions. It's like, oh, that's so good. I was just like, oh, bravo, bring more of that. In the next episode, they bring more of that. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. Drew?
So, my thoughts on this. This was not. I watched the episode.
Fair.
It's good. It's like you said. It's well animated. I will
Gorgeously animated.
I will say, yeah, that Scarface should not have been animated that well. It is a nice little. It's a nice Catwoman story, which we hadn't had in a while.
Yes.
And because of all the villains, she's the most sympathetic because she's the one that Batman has the relationship with. And I can kind of see wanting to, being dissatisfied with your old life, with your new life, even though you're in a better shape with your new life than old life, and remembering all the good times you had and wanting to relive that, and getting tangled up with someone who's going to betray you. It's like, I get that. I see where she's coming from with that. But I think we've all been there where we remember how things used to be and kind of wish we could go back to it, but you can never go back.
That is true.
And in so many ways, yes, she may have felt like she had more freedom and her life was more exciting back then. She was also arrested and in jail and is now going back into jail.
Yeah.
So
at some point,
I get it. And it was a good way to tell that story, and I did enjoy it.
So, be like, you mentioned something about wanting to relive the life, because they're getting you live in a small city. So,
well, I mean, I think back to, because we've had this discussion. There are times when you are nostalgic for the way things used to be.
Oh yeah,
like. For instance, as much as I really do not mind modern worship music, there is a part of me that has been very vocal sometimes.
Right.
That kind of remembers how it was back when I was a kid, and
fair.
To a degree would like to see some more of that brought back in. That's just
fair.
a personal preference of mine, and sometimes it's gotten a little loud, if I'm being honest.
Fair.
But that is the way it used to be. Even if we were to bring that back, it wouldn't be the exact same. And that's the thing. With Catwoman, she's remembering the good parts,
right?
What she thinks of as the positive moments from there, where her life was exciting. She felt like she was had a good cause that she was working on to save the animals. It was exciting and fun, and in her current life, she's probably bored, if we're being honest, trying to be the good little girl. And a part of her still wants to be the bad little girl.
Right.
So, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
And it comes back and bites her in the butt because Scarface has got his own plans and does not really care about her.
No.
And I say Scarface because I think of that as the ventriloquist prime personality.
Right.
So...
yeah, what I was referring to, you live in a small town and you work in the general public, and you hear a lot of people will talk about, oh, back in high school when I played football, because you live in East Texas, general. That's what people talk about all the time, is their time in the football field, and like, reliving the glory days, your high school, your college years, and that kind of stuff. And I always think it's like, yeah, they were fun. They were fun, but it's something to be like, do you want to live in the past or you want to live in the present?
There's no such thing as the good old days, because the good old days were bad in their own ways.
That is true. But that just reminded me of that, because I hear that all the time where I work. And people just reliving the glory days of like back when they're in high school 50, 60 years ago.
Yes, but they're looking at the past in rose-colored glasses.
Yes,
they're not seeing all the other headaches.
Yes, agreed. I completely agree with you on that. All I am saying in that is that you hear it all the time, and the fact to be like Catwoman is looking back on her greatest days, and she pines for that, even though it's going to lose her freedom. She does it anyway.
Right.
So people be like, well, more often than not, will ponder upon the past and never really look forward to the future. So that's Catwoman's problem.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. All right.
And it comes back and bites her in the butt when she decides to try and relive those days in reality.
Yes.
So, ironically, if she'd done what she actually told Batman she did, which was not what she actually did, she might have been in better shape.
Possibly.
Wouldn't be the first time Catwoman was a good character, was a good guy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Going on to the next episode.
Let's go into Bane.
Bane.
First aired on November 10th, 1994. It's production episode 75, broadcast episode 71, written by Mitch Bryan and directed by Kevin Altieri. In this episode, Batman comes face to face with his most powerful adversary yet, the chemically charged assassin Bane, originally hired by Rupert Thorne to kill Batman. Bane plans on taking control of Thorne's criminal empire once Batman is destroyed. It's a fight to the death with all of Gotham in the balance as Batman takes on the man who has vowed to break the Bat. New cast for this episode, we got Henry Silva as Bane. Trivia. This, of course, references the multi-part crossover story entitled Nightfall from various Batman comic books and movies and television shows that have referenced this particular story. The producers originally didn't like Bane because they felt he was a gimmick character. This is the last episode to feature Aaron Kincaid as the voice of Killer Croc. Brooks Gardner took over the role, starting with the new Batman Adventures. This is the only time in the DCAU that Bane's true face is seen. And Bane's appearance seems to be modeled after the Lucha Libre Mexican wrestlers, or luchadors. These wrestlers never appear without their masks, and it is considered a great dishonor to take their mask. This gives an added layer of meaning to the threat to remove Batman's mask, not allowing Candace to take Robin's mask, and Batman actually removing Bane's mask in the end. What are your thoughts on this episode? Oh,
again, animation-wise, it's done beautifully. You have where, Bane shows up and he's a man of very deep focus that is like, oh, I know everything about the bats. Be like, I can break him easy. And the fact to be like, he goes after his Batman's biggest adversary, his strongest adversary, the Killer Croc, and literally just takes him out. It's like, okay, this guy's bad news. You don't see him at all. All you see is his hand. He just chokes out the Croc and just leaves him floating. And it's just like, who in the world is this? And be like, and you think, because
Can I just say,
go ahead.
I'm going to interrupt your flow for once.
Okay.
My thought was, what was Killer Croc stealing? Rocks?
I knew you were going to say that.
Sorry, continue.
No, but the
shiny rocks.
Yeah, shiny rocks. I enjoy the mess out of this episode. I find it very, very good. Again, I don't know, that's kind of a weird how to say it. It was very, very good. Not very articulated.
Right.
Again, I'm tired, so
yes.
Just
I am admittedly, this was my back in the day.
Yeah.
In like when I was a kid. This is my first time. This was my first exposure to the character of Bane.
Same.
And then my second one was in Batman and Robin.
Oh gosh, Burn.
I felt
it's like, oh my gosh.
I was like, that's not who the character is. He's intelligent, and strong. Not a mindless monster that works for Poison Ivy. That didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't.
But and I know Bane came back in a couple of times, especially in the Dark. The Dark Knight Returns?
Yeah.
Or Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises.
Whatever the third one is in the Dark Knight trilogy. Where they, instead of it being a luchador mask, they give him this weird little medical mask thing on... I can't think of that actor's name. He was in Star Trek Nemesis.
Yes.
He was a big actor there for a long time, and I can't think of his name. But they give him that for the mask. Mm-hmm. And that's been my full exposure to the character of Bane. And this was my original, and I thought, okay, how far are you taking this? Because this is still... Yes, Tom Hardy. Thank you, Baba.
Tom Hardy, thank you.
This is still a Fox Kids television show. They get very close to what standards and practices will actually allow, and the cover image that is everywhere for this, to the point where we're even using it in this episode for our cover art, you can't get away with on a Sunday after on a Monday afternoon television block.
No, but you get really close.
You get real close.
They get really close with it. I agree.
Because I'm watching, it's like, how far are you taking this? How far are you taking this? And of course, Batman hits his hose at the very end to stop him so he ends up dropping him because he's now being over juiced with the steroids. And I'm sitting here going, this would have been the perfect episode after the episode goes off for like someone from Kids WB says, and this is the problem with steroid abuse. You shouldn't be doing this, kids. It's like, this is a perfect time for a PSA, and thank goodness they didn't include it in the actual cartoon, because we don't need a knowing is half the battle thing in this.
It's not the 1980s.
No, but there was, Sonic the Hedgehog was doing it around this time, so, because you have that Sonic Says segment.
Right.
And that's no good. So yeah, I appreciate how close they get to that iconic moment, and understand why they can't go all the way through with it. But there was a point in time where I was watching it this afternoon going, how was this? Are y'all actually going to do this? Because this is not going to be allowed. This is going to be edited somehow. And we're also near the end of the episode, so you're not going to get the recovery thing afterwards that you didn't really need for this. Right. It's like, nope, this is where Batman's actually going to finally succeed. And we get some of the weirdest animation we've seen in this show.
Right.
With Bane getting overjuiced on a flat background of all things. This is like the first one I've seen with a flat color background.
But it works.
It works. It happens twice in this, and both times it's when he's juicing on the Venom.
Yes.
But it's it's like, if you're watching this and you have any doubt that this is the same animation team that created Tiny Toon Adventures and Animaniacs, Bane going over juice will definitely remind you this is the same group, because even though it's not silly like that, it is that deformed in places where they're trying to show how hard and it's actually driving him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm actually very impressed with what they were able to do in this episode, and I really like the subtle luchador themes throughout this, with the idea of not unmasking your opponent until you've actually fully defeated him, and what it means when Batman actually demasks Bane in this. I really appreciated that whole bit. I thought that was a cool way to do that. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
Okay. So all I'm going to say is I really enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed the fact that Bane himself is a very intelligent character. He is very wise on he's very studied on the Batman, as I can remember her name, but she mentions to Batman, be like, he's read all about you. The fact that he's able to kidnap Robin and get Batman to come to where he wants him on a ship, and has this very wonderfully animated scene where it's him and Bane fighting. At the same time, Batman, he's trying to get to Robin, who's about to get drowned. He's little birdie's going to get drowned. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love this episode again, where Batman, nicks the wire, nicks the hose, and makes, that very frightening scene of where he's getting overjuiced and his eyes are popping out and his mask is bulging and everything, and finally cuts the cord. And it's a very well done scene. I really enjoyed, even with this flat red background, because it's that intensity. It's just like it's going to this. And it's like, oh my gosh, that is so well done. And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I think that scene would have scarred me. I think that scene did scar me as a kid.
But overall, I really enjoyed both these episodes.
Yes. And that brings us to the end of that segment.
Yes.
Next week, we will be looking at Baby Doll and The Lion and the Unicorn. So join us for those Batman episodes next week. But in the meantime, this has been Drew.
This is Jacob.
And we'll catch you in the next frame.
To follow Jacob and Drew's individual internet exploits, check out the Linktree links in the show notes. You can email us at thecellcastpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter or X at @cast_cell. Follow our Facebook page, The Cellcast Podcast, and join our Facebook group, The Cell Nation, our YouTube channel, Cellcast, and our Rumble channel, The Cellcast Gaming. You can join us every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central for our live recordings of our episodes on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. You can also join Drew on those same streaming channels on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Central for gaming streams. You can listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else fine podcasts can be downloaded from. Please rate and review us where you found us. Our theme song is Drop and Roll by Silent Partner. Our bad movie theme is It's Party Time by Gregory Snegoff, with additional audio from the film Titanic: The Legend Goes On, and remember, that's Cell with a single L.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
What was that about?
Music. The sound of it.
Okay.
And it was the only thing I could think of off the top of my head for a singer.
Animation.